Where did I first meet Abby? We actually met through one of our mutual friends introducing us in the church lobby after service towards the beginning of Abby's freshman year. Even though it wasn't until much later on during spring break where we actually got to know each other a lot better. What was Abby's first impression of me? So the first time that we actually interacted would have been on spring break in South Carolina, her freshman year, and it would have been in probably a group setting where I was facilitating a board game or something like that. And I feel like that she probably thought I was energetic and outgoing and funny. I guess enough to be given a second look at least. What's the name of my elementary school? Well, I don't know if she knows this one. It's a little bit of a trick question. So I grew up in Australia and was there up through eighth grade over there. But when I came over here, it was seventh grade. But the name of my primary school was Caboolture East State School. How many cousins do I have? Well, there's a lot. Um, so we have Matt, Chris, Sarah, Jacob, Josh, Abby, and then that's it on dad's side. And then there's Kuya Jerome, Kuya Jeremy, Kyla, Atamel, Ata Christy, Kaylee, Ryan, Ata Jenny, Ata Jami, Beth, Elbert, Kuya Edge, Kuya Josh, Kuya Nolan, Kuya Delbert, Kuya Leonard, and Junior. And I think that's it. My favorite sports team. There's a few correct answers for this one. I'd say pretty much any Cleveland sports team, but if I had to pick one, it'd definitely be the Browns. If I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, what would that thing be? Abby will probably say pasta for me, which is true and has been true lately, but I think the probably less vegan answer, one she probably won't want to hear, I really love steak, and so I might have to just go with steak. Sorry, Abby. Denny's, Grater's, or Mitchell's? And as a bonus, what is my favorite ice cream flavor? Jenny's flavors are really good, a little pricey. Grater's is a tried and true classic, but I have to go with Mitchell's, which, if you don't know, is sort of the Cleveland equivalent. And I would say is Abby's favorite, if she had to say too. As far as my favorite flavor, it's from Mitchell's, and it's a seasonal during Christmas time, and it's an amaretto cookie, which is sort of like pistachio with like these cookies mixed in. It's really really good. Abby and I hadn't met. Who's the celebrity that she most likely would have said I do to? I feel like it's a little bit of a toss up. A lot of people will probably say Tyler Joseph, but I know her pretty well, and so I would definitely say Zachary Levi from Chuck is definitely the one that I'd probably be most worried about. What's my favorite season of the year? The obvious answer is Brown's season, but assuming we're talking about the weather, mine is definitely the springtime. I don't really like the cold that much, and the spring normally means that the warm is coming. The name of my first pet. I don't know if Abby knows this one, But when I was little, I had a hermit crab named Ernie. So he was Ernie the Hermie, and he didn't live very long, and I cried a lot when he died. But yeah, rest in peace, Ernie. What's my favorite drink? I would have to say water. Nothing beats a good tall glass of water. If we're talking alcoholic drinks, then I'd probably have to go with the Moscow Mule. I really like those. What's my favorite color? I don't even know if I have an answer for this, but if I had to say, it's probably teal or purple. I really like that combination together, but they're pretty good on their own too. Coffee or tea? Definitely coffee. I went through a tea phase a while ago, but lately been very much into sort of brewing my own coffee. My favorite is probably a roast from Coffee Emporium that I had recently. And so, good job, Cincinnati. You make good coffee and you make good girls. Mountains or beach? This one's a little tough for me. I grew up really close to a beach on the Pacific Ocean, but have recently really enjoyed getting to spend time in the mountains. Me and Abby spent entire summer out in Colorado in the Rockies, and so I think right now I would have to say mountains, but still excited to go to the beach for our honeymoon. Where did I propose to Abby? It was at the Audubon Metro Park in Columbus. They have a water tower that you're able to climb up, and it was during sunrise, and so you're able to see the city, see the sunrise. There's a video of it that they could probably show you if you haven't seen it yet, but it was really pretty. One of the things I love most about Abby, I think I would definitely say her spirit. It's so gentle and can come across as quiet, but is never timid and is more defined by strength and weight and wisdom. And I really appreciate that about her.